Here it is, you guys, the long-awaited Honey Boy review that I promised you forever ago. Hey, I'm Amy and welcome back. I am finally talking about Honey Boy because I actually finally saw Honey Boy in theaters and wow, I heard it was good. I was excited for this movie ever since I heard that Shia LaBeouf was writing a film about his life growing up, shooting even Stevens, and just everything that he went through to get to where he is today. And then hearing that he was going to be playing his father in that role, I was just like, I'm on board 100%. I want to see what this is going to be like, what it's going to be about, and it did not disappoint. The writing is fantastic, the acting is fantastic, the directing is fantastic, the soundtrack is fantastic. This movie is fantastic. I loved it so much. I had so much fun with it. It was funny, it was very tense and sad and heartfelt at points, and you get into Shia LaBeouf's head. You really understand why he did some of the things that he did. Even though all of the characters are not named the same as their real life counterpart, like Shia LaBeouf's character is named Otis, and I don't know his dad's actual name, but I think his name is James. I don't remember. I was honestly so pulled in by absolutely everything about the movie that I didn't really listen to the dad's name. Let's go in segments. Let's talk about the acting. Everyone in this film is fantastic. Like the three main players, which are Lucas Hedges and Noah Jupe as the older and younger versions of Shia LaBeouf's Otis, and then Shia LaBeouf as his father. All of them are amazingly fantastic. I never realized how great of an actor, how great of a dramatic actor Shia LaBeouf is. Not just dramatic, like just a great actor in general, because we've never seen him in anything this powerful before. There is this great monologue during an AA meeting that he makes. You later on find out a little bit more about that story that he tells during his AA monologue, and also this big confrontation between Shia LaBeouf and Noah Jupe towards the end of the film that just wrecks you as a person. There is a specific line, I believe it is in the trailer. Shia LaBeouf says, "You pay me to be here. How do you think that makes me feel?" And then Noah Jupe rebuffs back with, "If I didn't pay you, you wouldn't be here." And then Shia LaBeouf just starts breaking down crying, and it is so emotional and so powerful. Not to mention Noah Jupe really just captures this essence. I don't know what to call it or really how to quantify it. Both Noah Jupe and Lucas Hedges are perfect embodiments of Shia LaBeouf as a person in these different stages. I really only knew Shia LaBeouf as this Disney Channel star, and I didn't really know what was going on behind the scenes, especially growing up. And then later, as I was older, seeing him in other movies, I really started to hear and understand what was going on behind the scenes. But that was really more when we got to like the Lucas Hedges stage of the movie. Lucas Hedges does such an amazing representation of what Shia LaBeouf, who he is as a person. You can't even, he even adopts his voice and his vocal mannerisms because he sounds very similar. Like when you hear a phone conversation between Shia LaBeouf as his dad and then Lucas Hedges as Shia LaBeouf, or Otis really, they sound so similar because Shia LaBeouf isn't putting on too much of an affect to his voice. He has a slight accent, where Lucas Hedges is really leaning into how Shia LaBeouf sounds. So they're almost indistinguishable except for Shia LaBeouf's slight accent. And the next section I want to kind of break it up into is the directing and the way it was edited. It is so fantastic. It shows some really great parallels between the Lucas Hedges and Noah Jupe Otis characters, the pure innocence that he has even before he gets really corrupted and traumatized by his father's actions, and then when he's older, how he's dealing with all of that, and later on fixing that destructive behavior and using that anger and mental anguish, everything that his father has, quote, given him, which is what they use in the movie, instead of using that as anger towards his acting, also using it to help build him up and become a stronger, better person. Some of the really great scenes in the film where they use this paralleling moment is the opening montage with Lucas Hedges, and then it goes through a beautiful little montage showing his descent into madness, kind of, and going to rehab. Once he's in rehab, he starts developing, or he's really resistant, and his therapist, parole officer, tries to get him to open up, which causes these flashbacks to Noah Jupe and Shia LaBeouf's characters. And the opening of the younger Otis flashbacks is a very similar opening scene where you see Noah Jupe doing the exact same things Lucas Hedges was doing, and almost the exact same way, showing that he hasn't really changed all that much, except for some of his more destructive habits that he is inherited or been placed upon him really by his father. There's another great paralleling scene that doesn't necessarily have to do with the older and younger versions of Otis, but really more of the father and Otis. There is a scene, not really any spoilers, there's a scene where Shia LaBeouf is in a bar, a strip club. He's doing things that he probably really shouldn't be doing as a person and as a father, because he is an alcoholic, he's a drug addict, he's in AA meetings, he's 4 years sober. It has happened after a very particularly strong moment in the film, and it cuts in between the moments at the strip club and bar to Noah Jupe as the younger Otis at the motel that they live at with a hooker that also lives in the same motel area. And it really shows his innocence still, because instead of him doing other things with her that probably could have happened because he has been inheriting these destructive behaviors from his father, he instead has really lighthearted fun with her. It's very interesting to see this parallel where you think it would be something totally different happening with the younger Otis. He's just playing imaginary baseball with her and they're having a beautiful, fun time. She's just taking care of him. There's really no intent in her actions towards him, where it's the complete opposite with Shia LaBeouf's character and doing all the things that he's doing and the things that he wants to do but can't. Overall, I love this movie so much. If you get a chance to see it, I definitely recommend it. It will be on Amazon Prime in a couple of months. If you can see it in theaters, I definitely recommend it. My rewatch score for this is 100% collection. I need to watch this again just to study how beautiful. There's things in here like that I didn't even talk about with cinematography and even more directorial choices from the amazing female director that directed this. I don't remember her name. I think it's Amal Harrell, I believe that's her name, but she is a fantastic director, and Shia LaBeouf is an amazing writer. I did not realize how amazing of a writer that he was, and I really hope to see more beautiful films like this from the pair of them together. Shia LaBeouf as a writer, Amal as a director. I'm really just blown away, speechless, as you can probably tell. But let me know what you guys think of Honey Boy if you've seen it in the comments down below. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really truly do appreciate you, whoever you are. Let me know here in the comments down below, and let's be friends. If you enjoyed this, leave a like and subscribe if you're new, because I love talking on these movies, TV shows, filmmaking, mystery, all that fun stuff, and I'll see you next time. Bye.